Cruising can be expensive, so if you can find ways to save money, surely that will be helpful. This video will give you a few tips to do just that. Hi, I'm Jan Obridge. I'm the Cruise Queen. So how can you save money when you're going on a cruise? Well, there are ways. There are lots of ways you can spend money on a cruise and lots of ways that they will encourage you to spend money. But with a little bit of thought, you can save money to spend on those things that really are important to you. The first thing is to think about is cruise when the kids are at school, because everything is cheaper when the kids are at school. School holidays, everything goes up. Now, I know it might not be convenient to you if you've got children, you've got to go through the summer holidays, and it might be that you get fined for taking your kids out of school. But if you can cruise when the children are at school, then do it. The cost is going to be a lot less. The second thing is cruise on older cruise ships. Now, you know, they haven't got all the bells and whistles, they haven't got all those super duper water slides and so on. But if all you want to do is go to a certain itinerary, or you want to chill out by the pool, or, you know, just relax and have a drink, then an older ship for the same itinerary will be a lot less. So if you've got two ships doing the same route, one is a big brand new spanking ship and the other one is 10 years old, the 10-year-old ship is going to cost you a lot less. So it's always worth thinking about what you're going for. Is it the ship or is it the itinerary? Because if it's the itinerary, now if you've got children, I understand, you know, it's probably a great idea to go on the bigger ships. We did the Grandiosa recently, absolutely stunning, amazing ship, super duper for children. But if the Grandiosa was doing a route and the Lyrica was doing the same route, I'd pick the Lyrica because I'd probably pay less by at least a third to go on the Lyrica. But of course, that's up to you. Now, I've mentioned this before, but anything that you know that you're going to want on ship, any package you're going to buy, give it some thought before you go. It's always, always, always going to be a lot cheaper to book before you go than it is on board. Sometimes, I mentioned on a different video about getting the newsletter, the email from the cruise line. Sometimes they'll send you, a couple of weeks before you cruise, they'll send you an offer. Once we got an offer when we were doing the Meraviglia, we got an offer for a photo package, which was just a steal. I mean, you couldn't have got 3 printed pictures for the cost of having as many photographs digital that we wanted. So it was absolutely brilliant. So look for those deals that come a few weeks before you go and book them then. Drinks packages, you always save money. You always save at least 15% by booking before you go. Photograph packages, as I said. Laundry package, you can book laundry packages before you go as well. Every different package, whatever it is they offer you, you can usually save money by booking it before you go. Now, I'm not a lover of sailing out of UK. Some of you will know that already, but we have done it. And one of the expenses when you're sailing out of UK is port parking. First of all, you have to walk miles to get there, but it's also quite expensive. So if you're going to be gone for 3-4 weeks, then you might want to consider off-port parking somewhere private, or checking the prices. You can sometimes get port parking as part of your deal. Now, the other things is with cruise lines, they will offer you deals. Travel agents too will offer you deals. They'll say, if you book this, then we will give you this. Make sure that you're getting what you want. A friend of mine dropped me a message yesterday to say, have you seen this deal they're offering? If you book this cruise, they'll give you a free mini cruise. And I'm like, I'd rather have a free drinks package. You know, if I want a mini cruise, I can book one. For me, I want to make sure I'm going to get what I want free, not what they're offering. I'm not going to jump straight in with an email that comes and go, whoa, hey, I can get a free cruise. Because, you know, it might not be the most cost-effective thing for you to do. So always check, do your homework. That's the main thing with cruising to save money. Do your homework. Don't just jump in with both feet. Do your homework and make sure you get the deal that you want. Check everything. Make sure the deal is exactly what you want. One of my travel agents, Victoria / Emma Short from Cruise First, I had asked her to book me the cruise a week before our company cruise. So I wanted to go on the ship a week before. And when I asked her that, they were offering a free upgrade to balcony. Well, I'm not really worried about balcony. So, and she knew that. She said to me, look, if we book now, you get free balcony and you've got to buy a drinks package. But I can promise you that within the next couple of months, this same cruise will be available with a drinks package. Don't book now. Let's just wait and see what happens. Lo and behold, 3 months later, I noticed the same cruise offering free drinks package. So that's what I got. So look at the deals. The deals might not always be deals. When they say, for example, 7 nights, 2 nights free stay in a 4-star hotel in so-and-so. But what they don't tell you is you've got to pay for meals. It might be B&B, but you've got to have meals. So it's not free. You might be getting the hotel free, but you're still going to spend money. So look at what is it that you actually want. Remember that travel agents get cheaper deals if you've gone for 7 nights. So if you go a 7-night cruise, they get flights for 7 nights. It's much cheaper for them. So it's actually cheaper for them to throw in a free hotel for 2 nights with a 5-night cruise than it is to book you on a 7-night cruise with the flights there, or to book you on a 5-night cruise with 5-night flights. So they're trying to give you a good deal, but it's a good deal for them as well. Make no mistake about it. So just think about what works for you. We're looking at saving money, remember. And so if you want to save money, think about these tips. When you're on board ship, especially if you've got onboard credit, it's tempting to just go spend. But during the cruise, there will be deals. There will be deals. They'll bring all the stuff out from one of the shops and put it on the table, and they'll do lots of discounts. As you come towards the end of the cruise, they'll be selling stuff off. They'll give deals on all kinds of things just to get rid of it because they've got to get rid of stock, or they're getting new stock or something. So don't rush into spending when you're on board. Wait. You've still got time right up until the last night. Just wait and see what's available to you, because you kick yourself if you go buy something and then 2 days later you see it at 25% off, wouldn't you? So just wait. Not everybody will watch this video. Not everybody will wait, but you wait, because if it doesn't go down in price and it's something you really want, hey, you've lost nothing. You've still spent the same money. But if it does go down in price, then your quid's in. Another thing to do is if you want to go to the spa, go on a port day. If it's a port day, most people get off, so they're not booking to go to the spa. So you'll see in your cruise brochure that comes to your cabin every night, the whatever it's called for whatever cruise line, there will be deals, and there'll be spa deals for port days. That's just the way it is. Hairdresser, port days, just the way it is. Whenever you're in port, you will get deals that you can't get. Even the shops, you will get deals that are not available on a sea day. They want people to be spending money. In the shops, of course, they're not open in port, so that would be in the evening. But they're trying to, especially if there's a lot of port days, then that's when they'll be trying to get rid of a lot of their stuff in the shops. Now, when you get to a port and you get off ship, there'll be loads of cabs around. Don't automatically jump into a cab. Walk a couple of blocks. Sometimes you can actually walk into town, but even if you don't want to walk into the town, walk away. Walk a couple of 100 yards away, because the cabs at the port, you are like fish in a barrel. They see you as, they see money, money, money. You're coming off a cruise ship, you know nothing, you've never been there before, and they're offering you these tours, these trips into town. They bombard you. And if you don't know how to run that gauntlet, they'll talk you into paying over the odds for what you want, or for what you can get. You won't even know it's over the odds because they do it so skillfully. But if you walk a couple of 100 yards, you can pick up a cab just kind of in the town, which will cost you a lot less than the cabs that are waiting by the port. Makes sense, doesn't it? It's supply and demand, okay? So just don't jump straight into a cab when you get there. Check it out and see if you can save a bit of money. And don't go for the first price ask. Bargain with them. Sometimes we've got off and we've wanted to go somewhere and we've said, well, how much if we get some more people? And so it's maybe been an 8-seater or something, and we've grabbed people coming out and say, come and join us because we can get it for this price if we're all in it. So there's lots of ways to save money that way. Don't just go for the first deal that you come to. Now, when you're transferring between the airport and the ship, or ship to airport, cruise line transfers are notoriously expensive. Now, I know that it's a lot less hassle when you just do it all together, but actually, even your travel agent will quite often not use the cruise transfers. They will book them separately for you. They have transfer companies that they use, but we always book our own. And our TAs will tell us, listen, check out what you can get because you can probably get transfers cheaper than I can. So just go online. There's lots of transfers. I think we use a company called gettransfers.com where it just kind of goes out to tender and they come back with an offer. And it's usually quite reasonable. So share a cab where you can. There's a whole bunch of us coming out of Hamburg or going to Hamburg, from Hamburg airport to port. We did that last year. A bunch of us went. We just got 3 minibuses and we paid like £10.50 each, which included a tip for the drivers. So a lot less than if you've got a cab by yourself. So if you're on a forum, on Facebook forum, a cruise forum, just put it out there. That's what we did. We said, we're going on this flight. We're going to be leaving Hamburg airport around this time. Anybody want to share a cab? And before we knew it, there were a whole bunch of us. So we've already got 23 people sharing a cab the next time we go, because people just like, hey, yeah, why not? Let's save a bit of money. We can spend it better somewhere else. Now, if you're not on a drinks package, you might want to know where you can get free booze. Well, if you have an art auction, they give you free booze. If there's a jewellery store, a raffle or whatever, they give you free booze. If there's a welcome back party, they give you free booze. So there's lots of things going on where they give you free booze. They don't give you free booze in the casino. Now, normally I don't bother because a lot of the time it's Prosecco. I don't drink fizz at all. I get a bottle of Prosecco in my cabin because we're Diamond members. I take it to the dining table and share it with my table mates because I don't drink it, but I'd much rather have a nice glass of wine. Surprise, surprise. So I'm not worried, but we usually have the drinks package anyway, so that doesn't bother me. But it's just knowing that if you are not on a drinks package, you might want to go and get some free wine and of course, or free Prosecco. Sometimes they have cocktails as well, but it's usually a Prosecco or Prosecco based cocktail. And don't worry about going back again and again. The waiters don't care if you have, don't worry about getting 2 or 3 and having them on the table next to you. They don't care about that either. It's all giveaway. So that's free booze. Another way to save money when you're on a cruise is check with your phone company before you go whether or not you have data and minutes within your plan in the countries you're visiting. We were in the Emirates at Christmas and 1 or 2 of the countries were covered in my plan, but the rest of them were not. And when you're in a country that is not covered, you need to turn off your data Turn off mobile data if it's just data that's not covered. Turn off your roaming if you don't get minutes, or turn off your phone, God forbid, if it's not covered. There's nothing worse than going back off holiday to a big bill because you assumed that it was covered. Check it out before you go. There are different companies that cover several countries. That it might even be worth getting a SIM card. When I was on a cruise a couple of years ago, one of the crew told us everybody gets off and goes to the 3 store and buys a SIM card, pay-as-you-go SIM card for their data, because it covers, I think, 74 countries or something like that. So for them, it was a good deal because they could then do their FaceTime home to their families because they had a 3 SIM. Now, I think other companies do it now. I think you do, but whatever company it is, even if your company doesn't, you can buy a pay-as-you-go SIM from another company that does cover the countries you're going to, so that you will at least have access to the internet when you're near port and to a phone line in case you need it. The final tip for saving money, and I'm sure there are loads more, but these are just ones that came to my mind, is get an inside cabin. I know some people are like, oh no, I could never travel on an inside cabin, you know, I get claustrophobic. Well, all I do is sleep there, right? So to be honest, I don't get claustrophobic. I love the idea that I'm saving a lot of money that I can spend somewhere else. Sometimes I get a free upgrade, and I quite enjoy the fact that I can wander out on the balcony and go, oh, this is nice, and then go in again. That's pretty much all I do on the balcony, except sometimes I might be leaning over the balcony having a look at what's going on. But to be honest, I don't love it enough to pay an extra £500 for it. So inside cabin, cheapest way of going. If you want to save money, then check it out. It's not the end of the world. But of course, if you do get claustrophobic, you might want a window. Not that you see anything out the window, particularly, just see, but there you go. So those are a few money-saving tips for cruising. If that's been useful to you, do hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up for a like, and hit notifications. I'm Jan Obridge, I'm the Cruise Queen. Have an awesome day.